guys at Sledgehammer Games, and you've just shown me Call of Duty World War II, and yeah, it's right there. How convenient. And the first impression I've got from that interview that we just, I mean not the interview, the video that you just showed us, it said, this isn't just your most passionate game, it feels like it's your most personal game that you've developed so far.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time, studying characters and, listening to our families. My grandfather would tell stories, and, everybody in the studio has somebody attached to us. We've been hearing stories about this for our whole lives, So in studying it, you're kind of opening up and remembering a lot of stuff that you kind of grew up with, and so it starts. The personal journey starts there with who was in the war that that you knew.
And we've had 3 years to research, and this was a massive conflict, a global conflict. Nearly every nation on the planet was involved. Upwards of 100 million people were impacted. So the story is incredible. The sacrifice, the people who went to fight, to push back the German war machine, and the atrocities that happened along the way. So the canvas for this game and this narrative is really, really powerful, and it really just requires that we treat it with a lot of respect.
Absolutely. That's the one thing I noticed, is that there does seem to be a line between entertainment and respect with this Call of Duty specifically.
Yeah, there has to be. When Michael said 100 million people died, right? Like the whole world was impacted. But I'll just give you a little example. So my grandfather would tell the stories, and my father would tell me his stories. And during the course of making the game, my dad died about 1.5 years ago. So we named the main character after my dad, Ronald Red, because my grandfather would call him Red. And I asked Michael and the team, and they all said, yeah, sure, because the name fits perfect. But it kind of just shows that that's sort of things that we've been doing throughout the game, is because it has been more personal than any game we've worked on.
So on a technical level, I mean, this is our first World War II game in almost a decade, I believe. What's changed since then between developing a World War II game then and now for you guys?
This latest generation of technology is amazing.
Yeah,
we have more horsepower than we've ever had for the console. And so for us, that gives us the opportunity to really keep players immersed in the game. We can do more with that hardware to deliver an epic, gritty experience than you could have done 10 years ago. So from keeping the player immersed, to the world, to the animations, to the characters, the sound, this is by far the most technically challenging game we've ever made. And hopefully you saw that in there. We were able to pull things off that we couldn't have done before.
There's dust everywhere. There's we've got dust, and we've got smoke, and we've got individual bricks blowing out. Now, you saw us, we lit up the side of those 3 houses, and those houses were just crumbling, all new technology. Let's think in the past you would have, we'll have destruction, or this game may have dust, and now we have them all. We can put it all together, and we can, I don't know how many more animations that we have than our animation team, our special effects teams. They are gigantic.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, we've got a new animation system, a new rendering system, a new lighting system, a new audio system. I mean,
destruction, all that.
We've rebuilt the technology to really take advantage of this incredible piece of hardware that we have at our disposal now.
Quick final question. You're bringing back number-based health point system. If you get hit, you're not going to just regenerate it. You can't just go into battle thinking that you're the Wolverine.
That's right.
I mean, do you think that really echoes the desperation, the danger that these soldiers faced when they went into war?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I mean, the war was really about the vulnerability of the individual soldier, the common men and women that went to war in 1945, 44, right? It was not the super soldier that had all the armor and technology and information he needed. It was very much, and the conditions were atrocious. So the vulnerability of a human life, what it meant to take a wound when you're in the Hurricane Forest in minus 10 degrees, that was really pretty serious. And for the game, it made sense for us to.
It wasn't an easy decision. I mean, it was put it in and play it for a month, You know, is this, you know, going to work? Is it right for the game? And it was absolutely right. We're all playing it just instead of standing there and taking 3-4 shots. You're like, every bullet counts, and every bullet you have now feels like it counts more. And it kind of changed the way that we thought about the game and how to make the game. It's a good addition. It's a really good addition.
All right, cool. Thanks so much, guys.
Thank you.
Critical Hit E3 2017 coverage, supported by Megarom Interactive and Stir Clinical Entertainment.